this next story. This is a little bit different for me for this show, but I wanted to talk about it because I think it speaks on a larger issue. So when you hear me discuss this, I don't want us to focus on the personalities per se. I want us to focus on the bigger issue. And I've seen this happen before. If you have not heard, Keke Palmer, she's an actress. A lot of people like her. I remember when she was on this movie called Akila and the Bee. She was a kid then, so she's been doing this for a long time. She went to an Usher concert, and I know some of the guys listening already are saying to themselves, uh-oh, not Usher. But she went to a Usher concert, and Usher decided to serenade her, Usher doing Usher things. And apparently her boyfriend had an issue, not so much with the serenading, but the way that she was dressed. And his point is that basically you are a mom now. You should not dress that way. So I want to show you one of his tweets, and then we're going to talk about the bigger issue. So this is him, Darius. He said, "We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and the mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." Now, if you look at the comments, it's there's some comments in support of him, and then there were some comments not in support of him. Lee, for example, said, "Absolutely nothing wrong with that, brother. You've always been an upstanding man, and you're already a great father. I would try to keep it off of here, though. People aren't rational here." And he said, "Last tweet of the day for sure. That's for the real ones to understand." So here's the thing, and then we'll get to the video. I don't know if social media was the best place to go to for that. Now, there was another tweet where he said, "You're a mom." And it was, I think he removed that one. I couldn't find it today, but it was the video with her and Usher. So let's get to that particular video, because I want you to see, like, and you guys be honest, tell me what you think. Do you have a problem with what she has on? And tell me why. And then we're going to get to the bigger issue, because I'm going to tell you, this tends to be a mistake, I think, sometimes that people make early on in a relationship. So listen to this. So this is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but this is King of Reeds. And he does really good commentary. I want to show you, there's some things he says here about this particular situation, and then I'm going to chime in.
Name this video Dear Darius, but nobody knows who Darius is, so he's going to be Keke Palmer's baby daddy, period. So recently, Keke Palmer went to see Usher in Las Vegas for his residency, and she was brought on stage. So Usher serenaded her, sung to her. It was a cute vibe. It was even grown and sexy, and Keke Palmer, like, she was enjoying herself, and she...
This is the outfit. So I just wanted to pause so you can see. We will not show the back of the outfit on this platform. So just let you know, we can't show the back of the outfit. But basically, you know, her, this is like a bodysuit that's a thong. And so the cheeks are out, basically. Let's go on.
She was moving as a celebrity. She was also enjoying herself. It's just like, I'm getting this moment, da 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 da. She looked amazing. Her outfit was beautiful. And now you have her baby daddy talking about, he's not jealous of Usher singing to her. It's the fact that her outfit, though, because she's a mother. Hello? The same man that recorded her shaking her clappers on Instagram stories and posted it. That's why this conversation is about ownership, misogynoir, and patriarchy.
Let me pause there for just a second. So that's a piece that some people are not aware of, that before she was a mother and they were still boyfriend and girlfriend, yes, he did post a video of her on Instagram where she was clapping the cheeks. And she, I'm sorry, this is just, it's funny to talk about this, but where she was like bending over, clapping like her little butt cheeks in the camera. Like it's just, there's camera and butt. Like that's it. That's mainly what you see. And he did take that video and he did post it on Instagram. So this is why some people are just like, you were okay with her doing those types of things then, but now that she's a mom, you're not okay with her doing it. You knew who she was before she became a mom. So that's another thing that some people have issue with. Let's go on.
I find this hilarious, how men consistently want to be traditional, but are not bringing traditional coin. How you want to be the man, the head of household, when you don't even fit it on the taxes. I'm not understanding. Keke Palmer makes way more than you. She has way more social capital than you. And if she was to divorce you for any reason, I can't even talk about divorce because y'all not even married. Hello? Is tradition in the room with us? Apparently not. This woman who is the mother of your child is not married. Y'all literally had a baby out of wedlock. Like if we're talking about tradition, we're talking about Bible standard, because that's what y'all want to call it. Y'all don't fit any of that. So why are we having a conversation about it? Instead of having some decency of a respect for Keke Palmer, knowing that she's a public figure, he did what other dumb men do, embarrassed her online by talking about her. And when everybody thought it was a joke, he could have just played it off as a joke. He didn't want to. That man wanted to make sure that it was known. Funded with a tweet talking about this generation doesn't believe in tradition. Let me read it to y'all because you can't make this.
Okay, so I read that part to you, but I do want to ask this question. Is patriarchy on display here? Is that what this is? Let me know in the chat. Do you agree with King Reeds that this is a patriarchy issue? Now, I saw the outfit that she had on. It's not something that I would wear. Whether I'm single, married, mom or not, that's not something that I would wear. But I also was very much impressed by the fact that she just had a baby and she looks like that. And so for me, when this story went viral on Twitter, I was like, people were like, she just had a baby, da 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 da. And I looked that up and I was like, damn, she just had a baby and she looks like that. Her body looks amazing. I don't know how she bounced back fast, right? So that's what I was thinking about. But is this an issue about patriarchy? Let's go on.
We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case. You've made no case, and to the gulag you go for being an idiot. Now, what's also funny about this is, in 2020, he tweeted, when I get insecure about myself, I start to divert my issues instead of acknowledging it. When I tell you Twitter is a diary for a lot of folks, and I enjoy seeing it because it lets us in how you are as a person. It lets us know how you've been thinking for the last 10 years or however long you've been online. I love it. I love that y'all are expressive about how you feel so I can be able to judge you by the contents of your character that you display online. And you're not telling me, no shade to Keke Palmer, you're not telling me that Keke Palmer was not aware of these things. After this, he was getting...
Okay, so here's my take on this, and she did respond. I'm gonna show you her response in just a second. Here's my take on this. I see a couple people in the chat saying, no, this is actually... They think that he's really upset because it was Usher. Usher. It's funny because I thought about that Boondocks skit where they made fun of Usher and they were like, Usher's gonna steal your woman and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I will say this. I think sometimes when people start out dating each other, sometimes people show you who they are from the get-go, right? So the video that he posted on Instagram, obviously he knew that this is how she was. Sometimes I think what happens is that there is this expectation that once you get married or once you become a parent, that you are going to change and you are going to evolve. You're not going to behave that way anymore because you're now a parent. And that's not always the case. And so I think it's important to pay attention to what a person, you know, who they are at that time. I think you shouldn't expect the change to happen. That doesn't say that it won't happen for some people. But if you knew that this was the type of stuff that she liked to do, especially you video recorded, and you figure she's a mom now, she's supposed to have outgrown that behavior. Maybe not. Maybe not. Now, she did respond. And she said, not trying to be the person, but I love my man, period. And there's a crying emoji. And I think that this particular situation, this particular incident, I think it could have just been handled off of social media. Like, I guess for me, what I'm trying to understand, if I'm trying to dive into his mind, I just don't understand why he did this on social media, especially on Twitter, of all places. So this is something that could have been discussed, like behind closed doors. That's my take on it. But again, what is something that you should learn from this? Pay attention to who you got, who they are. Like in the beginning, I mean, and I've seen this happen before with like guy friends of mine or like with girlfriends of mine. They start dating someone and they're like, well, yeah, he said he's not really want to put a title or anything, or he don't really want to be committed to anything right now, but that's going to change. I can change him. Can you? Can you change people? I think people have to want to change. So that's something to think about. Something to think about. Outside Steeler fan said, if someone looks good in sexy clothes, let them wear it anywhere. Off the Rails said, a woman should be able to walk nude through a crowd and not get unwanted touch. I Am Luck says, men think they own a woman and can dictate to them. Leave him. Man. More from Outside Steelers fan. He's mad others like her more than him. T. Watts. Sounds like Keke and her man have fundamentally different family values. But see, this is another one of those things that should be discussed earlier on, right? In the relationship. I mean, this is one of those things, like, what exactly do you want? Nikki, child, she's grown. She didn't do anything wrong. Marco, it's patriarchal because there is nothing inherently wrong with her being slutty. Everyone is free to be as slutty as they want, and no one else has to like it. Interesting. What's that .com? He's virtue signaling to conservative culture. Well, and Roger Meadows and I've talked about this multiple times. In the Black community, even though we may be more liberal or progressive, on some issues, there are some issues where we tend to be more conservative on if we are brought up in the church. And that's usually where it comes from. Yeah. What? Red says, I should be able to rob a bank and not go to jail. I don't know what is happening here. Oh my God. Okay. The views of the people in the comments does not express the views of the Sabby Sabs show. Oh my God.